Welcome back to Insights, where we discuss ideas that help individuals thrive in today's unpredictable world. Today, we're exploring something fascinating: the constraints-led approach, or CLA, a method that has transformed sports training and now offers valuable lessons for leadership. Recently, the New York Times The Athletic highlighted how NBA star Victor Wembanyama, known as Wemby or the Alien, uses CLA in his training. Instead of repeating the same set plays, he practices under unusual, shifting constraints, smaller spaces, unfamiliar rules, and unpredictable situations. Why? Because that's what the real game feels like. Nothing goes as planned. He's learning not just how to play, but also how to adapt instantly. Think about leadership. Markets change overnight. Competitors pivot. Customers surprise us. A polished playbook is no longer enough. What matters is preparing people to adapt. Think creatively under pressure, and make smarter decisions on the spot. That's exactly where CLA provides a playbook for leaders. Let's explore how this works in business. First, shift from scripts to scenarios. Traditional corporate training can feel like static practice, PowerPoints, rigid role plays, or the one right way to solve a problem. CLA flips that. Leaders can design sessions where customer objections change mid-call, or market conditions shift midway through a strategy exercise. People learn to respond to real complexity, not memorize steps. Second, use constraints to spark innovation. In sports, CLA limits options so players invent new ones. Leaders can do the same. Shorten a deadline, cut the budget, or limit tools. These boundaries often inspire fresh ideas. Constraints become launch pads for creativity. Third, normalize learning through failure. Wemby's practices are intentionally harder than his games, so mistakes happen, and that's the goal. Leaders can do similar by creating safe-to-fail environments like innovation sprints, crisis drills, or mock negotiations. When failure is part of the process, resilience grows and solutions improve. Fourth, build situational awareness. CLA trains athletes to notice cues in their environment and react quickly. Leaders can develop this skill by asking teams not just what decision they made, but why. What signals did they observe? What did they overlook? Over time, people get better at reading context and making decisions under pressure. Fifth, foster a culture of adaptive practice. The Cleveland Cavaliers didn't just use CLA in isolated drills. They applied it across their system. Leaders can do the same by replacing rigid rules with guiding principles. This allows teams to self-organize within boundaries, boosting collaboration and ownership. Finally, extend CLA into strategy and change. Instead of launching a new initiative all at once, leaders can stage pilots, run test markets, or time box experiments. This tests strategies and keeps organizations flexible enough to pivot as conditions change. Altogether, CLA redefines leadership. It's not about teaching right answers. It's about creating environments where people can adapt, experiment, and grow amid uncertainty. Leaders who adopt this approach build organizations that are more creative, resilient, and prepared for whatever comes next. Here's a question for you. What would change if your team practiced under constraints instead of perfect conditions? And what could you achieve if failure was welcomed as part of learning? If you'd like to see how CLA can influence leadership in your organization, visit newamsterdam.com and schedule a conversation. We'll review your team's current state and explore how to apply these principles for greater agility. And if you'd like a copy of this podcast delivered straight to your inbox every week, subscribe for free at newamsterdam.com. Until next time, continue empowering yourself and others to adapt, grow, and make a difference.